Hey guys, this is Brian Johnson with Circle of Success. I'm here today with Rachel Menconi. She is a triple threat. We're here today to discuss her album that just dropped on the 28th. It's called Just Meant to Be, and you can check that on iTunes. What made you start writing, singing, and acting?
I've been performing all my life. My mom first enrolled me in dancing school when I was 3. She saw that I needed more than just one performance a year, so she enrolled me in a musical theater school when I was 6 years old. My first taste of doing everything, singing, acting, and dancing, was musical theater. I was there for 10 years, and it was a blast. It was a great 10 years. I just remember always just being so excited to go to lessons and going to musical theater school and just being really happy all the time because I was getting to do what I always loved to do, which is just performing.
So everyone is inspired. Everyone finds some type of inspiration. What kind of things inspired you?
Basically everything. I know that's kind of a cop-out, but it really is. My family is definitely a big one. My grandfather was a composer and a piano player, and he took lessons all of his life, and then he went to Juilliard, and he had 2 big bands, and he was the conductor of them, and he's definitely a big one, big inspiration.
So what exactly is your creative process?
Well, it's actually really interesting because since this was, I've recorded for other people before, but this was my very first time that I was recording for myself, so I was the boss, so it was really interesting. On Cold, it's slightly comes in late. It should come in at the same time as me. Feeling she's getting too old, for this album, Just Meant to Be, it was out September 28th. The creative process actually started before stepping into the recording studio with Chaim, my producer, and Chaim Cotton, picking the songs and working on the arrangements. And I did that for a good half a year, 6 months, before I even stepped into the recording studio.
So what made you get into the entertainment business?
Definitely my family has always been in the arts, but I definitely have to say my mom, definitely. She supported me. And she basically saw something in me that at a very young age, and she allowed me to evolve and grow as a performer. And it's really, thank you, Mom.
When did you first hear yourself record?
It's actually a really funny story because it was one of my first professional jobs, and I was like 11 or 12. And I was working with Ed Kaloff, who was married to Andrea McCardle, the first Annie on Broadway. Ed Kaloff actually has his own studio. He's a producer, and he actually was looking for people to sing for a Richard Simmons Broadway Sweats video. And so when we were doing it, I was very, very surprised because I sounded much younger than I was, like in my head at least. And it was just very interesting, and it wasn't a bad thing, it was just really funny, so.
Speaking of that feeling must have been great that first time you heard yourself record, like you were saying. Now, when you record, it's a natural step to perform. How was that feeling for you?
It's amazing. I mean, performing, there's nothing like live performance. Just being able to feel the energy of the audience and being able to connect to them and being able to, help other people express themselves through your music and help people go through rough times, because some people can't verbalize what they're feeling. So it's really exciting to me that I get to, be that person that helps them through either a rough time or a happy time, or it's just to be able to give the audience, to make the audience feel something is just the best feeling in the world.
If you had to describe your sound on this album, how would you describe it?
Well, what I was going for this particular album, Just Meant to Be, I wanted to go for a classic vintage feel with a contemporary twist to it. So, because my voice is very, I don't really sound like anybody else and I would hope not, because I've been performing a really long time, and I've been trying to just sound like me and not like anybody else. So people have told me that I have a kind of a vintage quality to my voice, but and a kind of a young sound, but with a womanly power behind it. So this album was all about being able to showcase my voice fully.
This is Brian Johnson with Circle of Success. I want to say thank you for Rachel Menconi coming out today, and I want to say it's her album dropped on the 28th. It's Just Meant to Be, and pick it up, check it out on iTunes, and it's a wrap. See you guys later. God bless.